Hello, today we are rebuilding an Altus C10 derailleur. Make sure you have that one, check on the back of the parallelogram, and make sure it says Altus C10. By the way, this also applies to Altus A10 and A20. Step 1 is disassembly. Some tools you're going to need are a pick, Allen set, pliers, and a nut driver or a wrench. Now you have the option to take apart the spring. It's a pretty hard process, so if you're not up to it, I don't recommend it, but it will improve your performance by a little bit. Now hold on to the bolts here and just pop off this little clip. First comes the metal washer, and then the seal, and then the bolt. There's another washer on here, and the spring. With everything taken apart, it's now time to clean and degrease. For this, you can use any type of cleaner, like a chain cleaner or maybe even brake cleaner. Just make sure to stay away from the plastic seals when using the brake cleaner because they will corrode those. In my case, I'll be using this ultrasonic cleaner. Just make sure to give everything a quick wipe down before you put it in. Make sure not to pour the water higher than this little gap right here because you don't want water getting into this knuckle. And to top it off, I like to use some dish soap just to help clean some of those harder areas. With all these parts cleaned and dried off, it's now time to assemble. Additionally, you could also wax some of the parts like the parallelogram and this bolt. I'm just going to be using these two waxes for chrome and for aluminum. You can do this to protect your derailleur from any corrosion, and it'll make it look better. One key thing you're also going to need is grease. Alright, so first thing, just grab your washer you have here, just slide it in, make sure the grooved edge is facing up, and just slide it on. Next thing you're going to do is just add some grease. And go ahead and stick this through. Alright, now same thing with the spring here. Just get it all nice and greased up. Again, remember you want the short end of the spring to go into that little hole right there. After that's on, just grab your seal here and you're going to slide it on. Just like so. Okay, so now comes the tricky part of getting this to engage with the little clip. So you just put this on and then you're going to have to rotate this over here. That's the real tough part. And you can use this, take the bolt out and rotate it with some pliers to get it on there. Now it's actually easier on this derailleur because it has a slightly less tight spring than most of the derailleurs. Now once you have it in, you just get the clip and just slide it on. Get it on. There we go. Okay, so for the center on pulley, which goes right here, you want to apply a small amount of grease in between the two metal bushings. Slide that in there. Okay, now just putting the bolt on here and then screwing in the cage. Now for the plastic bushing, you just want a little bit of grease only on the metal part. And now just insert it on. After you put the pulleys on, just make sure both of these bolts are tight because you don't want your pulleys coming off while you're ready. So after putting on the barrel adjuster and the clamp bolt, you have yourself a fully rebuilt derailleur. Thanks for watching, everyone. The C10 is one of the very few reliable plastic derailleurs. So if your vintage derailleur is dirty or locked up, don't replace it, just rebuild it. Remember, don't be afraid to use those older parts. More videos like this are coming soon, so subscribe.